The thundering hooves of countless travelers traverse the African savanna. They navigate expansive fields and powerful rivers on their quest. The herds constantly roam, seeking fresh green pastures after the rains. This is the Great Migration, one of Earth's most remarkable survival challenges. Ten 10% of the animals never reach their goal, yet the journey continues. An unending surge of wildlife moves forward, always striving for survival. Welcome to the wild savanna, where migration and predator challenges intertwine.
Since the 1970s, this yearly cycle of survival unfolds across the African landscape. Over 1.7 million wildebeest, along with 260,000 zebras and 470,000 gazelles, embark on a hard journey. They migrate from the Serengeti to the Masai Mara, traversing over 1,200 miles in search of grass and water. Every step symbolizes a race for life. Wildebeest herds surge like an unstoppable wave, sending dry grass swirling in the wind. They march relentless toward their promised land. Each wildebeest can weigh as much as 600 pounds, facing nature's relentless trials. For the calves, weighing only 40 pounds, survival is a constant challenge. Predators lie in wait, prepared to pounce for a meal. The night is filled with roars and desperate cries echo across the savanna. Yet, this journey is not the end. The Mara River presents the last and most daunting obstacle. Its muddy waters conceal Nile crocodiles, some over 16 feet long, waiting silently. Their sharp teeth lie in ambush for any who lag behind, testing endurance. Around 250,000 wildebeest and 30,000 zebras fall during this trek. The unyielding thirst of the dry season, the fading grasslands, and the ever-present predators create relentless pressure. This intense trek marks the end for some but is nature's ultimate test for others. It's a vivid depiction of hope and hardship amidst this ongoing migration. Life and struggle seamlessly intertwine, creating a striking narrative in this harsh land. The Serengeti, stretching over 5,700 square miles, is where one of the world's greatest journeys begins. This region pulses with life, intricately contributing to the Great Migration, an iconic phenomenon that has endured through time. Over the past 2 million years, the arrival of blue wildebeest, zebras, and gazelles has sculpted this savanna ecosystem. Here, substantial herbivores have developed migration cycles, following rains that spark life in the landscape. Recent research in 2023 indicates that the Great Migration may have started approximately 1.7 million years ago. This migration, originating during the Pleistocene epoch, remains essential for survival within the savanna's ecosystem. Since the conservation efforts of the 1970s, animal numbers have stabilized, continuing the eternal narrative of nature. As the rainy season concludes, the grasslands rapidly change. The sun's heat dries out vegetation, forcing the herds to move forward. Their migration embodies not just the pursuit of food but also solidarity among creatures faced with harsh conditions. As herds ripple through the savanna, they provide protection from lurking predators. When thousands march together, they create an unyielding survival force, competing against the clock and nature. The Great Migration is driven by instinct and the unpredictable climate of the African savanna. Wildebeest do not adhere to a strict timetable. They heed the land's calls and the arrival of rains, guiding them towards lush pastures. This relentless journey allows no respite, with life and difficulties always close at hand. With the onset of the short rainy season from December to March, the African savanna witnesses a revival. The first droplets breathe life into the grasslands, allowing vegetation to thrive. Studies from the Tanzania Meteorological Authority in 2023 revealed average rainfall of 4 to 12 inches monthly, enriching the landscape. New grass sprouts abundantly, nourishing mothers as they birth their young. The Serengeti grasslands provide sustenance and form the backbone of the ecosystem. Grasses such as Themta triandra and Pennisetum museanum flourish with adequate rainfall, becoming critical resources for herbivores. Research from the Tanzania Wildlife Research Institute in 2023 showed that the mild climate, with temperatures ranging from 68 to 79 degrees Fahrenheit, sets the perfect stage for births. Though the rain may be gentle, it is vital, nurturing the herds. As the rains awaken the Savannah, Ndutu and the southern Serengeti transform into a lush paradise. This crucial moment heralds the arrival of blue wildebeest herds. Standing about 4 to 5 feet tall, these powerful animals choose this region as their breeding habitat. Here, the calves grow under nature's gentle watch. This stage is not only vital for the migration but also crucial for the species' survival. During this time, Ndutu becomes a vibrant spectacle with over 500,000 calves being born. This phenomenon showcases predator swamping, a remarkable survival tactic bestowed by nature. With hundreds of thousands of births occurring simultaneously, predators such as lions, hyenas, and cheetahs face an overwhelming challenge. The newborn, with fragile, wobbly legs, joins the living wall, ensuring mutual protection. When the time comes, Ndutu resembles an arena of survival. Numbers translate to strength, facilitating movement in the Great Migration, each step a cycle of life across the savannah. Survival requires more than just numbers alone. In this fierce journey, young wildebeests must mature rapidly as time is limited. Mere minutes after birth, a calf must stand. Their instinctual first steps are crucial and essential for continuing life. Within hours, they learn to run, blending into the herd, evading predators' sharp watches. Thanks to their mother's nutritious milk, calves grow quickly, reaching astonishing speeds of 25 to 30 miles per hour in just weeks. This skill is crucial for evasion as they traverse over 750 miles of the savannah. It seems instinct resides within their very beings, improving their survival chances. The blue wildebeest, a key player in this migration, faces relentless threats from top predators like lions, hyenas, African wild dogs, and cheetahs. However, they've evolved effective defense techniques. A significant tactic is to travel in large groups. In Undutu, wildebeest spread over the plains, yet maintain tight formations. The multitude makes it tough for predators to isolate a target, creating confusion within the collective movement. This approach protects vulnerable calves while allowing the herd to feast on fresh grasses after the rains. Under threat, adult males not only defend with sharp horns but also form a solid barrier against predators. The herd's collective effort significantly deters predator attacks, especially during calving season, where every step resonates with life and survival in the savannah. Alongside the wildebeest, zebras gather with other herds from December to March in Undutu, now a breeding and feeding hub. Unlike wildebeest, zebras breed throughout the year. By gathering during the rainy season, they gain multiple advantages. Weighing between 770 to 990 pounds and standing about 4 feet tall, zebra herds march in dense clusters across expansive territories. Their rhythmic hooves evoke the savannah's perpetual rhythm of life, where survival remains a constant struggle. With flexible breeding strategies, zebras rely on numbers while also seizing natural opportunities. The harsh savanna cannot deter their existence. Zebras have adapted to semi-arid conditions where food and water are often limited. They can travel great distances to find water, even when the grass is wilted under immense sun. Feasting primarily on grass, zebras consume tough, fibrous plants overlooked by many other herbivores. This resourcefulness allows them to thrive during the dry season, especially throughout the Great Migration when vegetation is in flux. Zebras have a gestation period of 12 to 13 months. Yet, a mere 20 to 30 minutes after birth, A new zebra calf manages to stand, albeit a tiny 70 pounds. What matters is their ability to rise and blend in with the herd. Every second is crucial across open fields, as predators stay ever watchful. However, thanks to their remarkable instincts, young zebras integrate quickly into the herd. Once united, their risk as targets diminishes significantly. This strategy converts individuals into a cohesive force, a symphony of survival. However, the long gestation route makes zebras vulnerable. Drinking, resting, or simply pausing can make adult zebras visible to hunters. Despite their powerful hind kicks offering self-defense, young zebras remain more susceptible. That said, zebras always band together. They exist in expansive groups led by a stallion, with each herd comprising an adult male overseeing females and young. This close-knit community ensures they stay cohesive. As they migrate more than 1,200 miles, zebras accompany wildebeest and gazelles closely. These three species create a living shield, minimizing predation risks. When massive herds move together, it proves difficult for predators to isolate one individual. This cooperative approach significantly raises the survival rates of young zebras, particularly with their speed and herd protection. The rains have faded, leaving behind trampled, withered fields. This phase of the Great Migration marks a critical juncture. Now, a once green paradise transforms into desolate land devoid of nourishment. Yet to the north, fresher pastures exist. The journey starts unpredictably, any time between late April to early June. When the southern Serengeti can no longer sustain them, they make their solitary move north. Grumeti areas beyond signal their final hope. This is their moment to travel more than 500 miles north. They embark on an expansive migration, 1.5 million wildebeest, 300,000 gazelles, and 200,000 zebras. Lines stretch for 25 miles, resembling a river, pulsating with the rhythm of life and survival. Each one has a singular mission: to endure. Wildebeest consume vast quantities of grass daily, necessitating a swift northward march where enough sustenance remains. Studies indicate these herds traverse 6 to 9 miles each day, a much quicker pace than in other migration phases. This speed, passed down through generations, arises from the core instinct to survive. As the southern and central grasslands are depleted, the herds must locate new territories before the hot season arrives. Otherwise, malnutrition and exhaustion threaten them. During this season, dwindling rainfall shifts the migrating routes. Following drying landscapes, they navigate the western corridor, crossing small rivers and remaining wetlands. The urgent steps of wildebeest and zebras resonate on the arid terrain. The savannah becomes a survival race where agility and navigation become critical determinants of fate. These huge migrating herds serve not only as seeking sustenance, they're living shields for protection. They employ a unique survival tactic by grouping closely. This sheer volume complicates predation, reducing individual targeting success. However, as they advance northward, larger herds fragment into smaller groups, relieving pressure on pastures and enhancing food access per individual. Every small herd becomes a bastion of survival across the 1,200-mile journey. The northern trek becomes a time race not just for resources but also against time. As they approach the Grumeti River, migration intensity amplifies. Predator activity spikes, turning this area into a hunting hotspot. Research indicates this stage presents a higher predator success rate compared to other seasons. Exhausted wildebeest reveal themselves in open fields, providing ample opportunities for lions and cheetahs, two prominent Serengeti hunters, as migrating herds traverse exposed terrain. Predator presence necessitates continuous vigilance, with each step potentially determining survival or peril. With remarkable strategies, herbivores have organized defenses. Zebras, possessing keen vision, typically lead migrations. Their ability to spot predators up to 1.5 miles away grants the herd advanced warning, enabling readiness for sudden changes in direction if necessary. Both zebras and wildebeest can sprint at up to 50 miles per hour, complicating hunting efforts for lionesses who can only sustain high speeds for brief periods. When escape seems impossible, wildebeest and zebras express their defensive instincts against lionesses. Weighing around 500 pounds, wildebeests wield sharp horns, which can reach up to 30 inches long. They don't merely flee, they also engage, striking predators with their formidable horns, capable of inflicting significant injuries. Zebras, approximately 900 pounds, utilize powerful hind kicks to counter threats from apex predators. These kicks can severely injure lions, especially if targeting the head or chest. Such skills empower them when threatened. Zebras often form smaller groups and kick if surrounded in overgrown terrains, intensifying tensions. One side hosts patient hidden lions while the other has cautious herds vigilantly moving step by step. Each day embodies the predator-prey struggle, where danger and life coexist on vast savanna grasslands. Meanwhile, cheetahs create significant risks for gazelles and zebras, reaching speeds ranging from 60 to 75 miles per hour across flat terrain. Cheetahs are the swiftest land predators in the African savanna, with speed being a crucial weapon. They employ their abilities to dash over open fields, closing in on their prey. Despite their speed, Thompson's gazelles aren't defenseless. When pursued, they disperse in different directions. This scattering generates confusion, complicating cheetahs' focus on a single target. Running at speeds of 50 to 60 miles per hour, Thompson's gazelles can evade predators efficiently. However, they owe their survival not just to speed but also to zigzagging patterns that help evade pursuit while disrupting predators' momentum. Cheetahs maintain their speed for only 20 to 30 seconds. If a gazelle can evade for that duration, survival chances significantly improve. In May and June, wildebeest, zebras, and gazelles converge toward the western Serengeti, where the Grumeti River lies ahead. This stage introduces significant challenges involving treacherous crossings. Predators hide under the surface or lurk on riverbanks, anticipating the moment when animals must pass. Lush grasses await on the other side of the river, but they symbolize a barrier between danger and survival. While not as wide as the Mara River, the Grumeti poses a serious obstacle. About 30 miles in length, its narrow, deep sections turn into deadly traps for the migrating herds, often moving in large groups and relying on numbers for safety against predators. Yet as they approach the Grumeti, they confront one of the most formidable hunters, the Nile crocodile. These aquatic behemoths lie in wait, camouflaged below the surface, anticipating the migration. measuring 16 to 20 feet long, with a crushing bite force of 3,700 pounds per square inch. A mere moment of distraction can spell doom for adult zebras. Research from the African Wildlife Conservation Fund in 2024 indicates success rates for Nile crocodiles in chaotic river crossings can reach 70%. For weaker, younger, or fatigued herd members, the river turns lethal. Calves or smaller gazelles may fall victim to rushing waters and become prey for the patient crocodiles below. The Grumeti River transforms into a treacherous barrier where fleeting moments decide life or death amid swirling waters. However, challenges extend beyond the river. Large predators, including lions and hyenas, lie in wait along its banks, ready to seize any chance for a meal. Predominantly, leopards are infamous for their climbing abilities, ambushing prey from above and posing significant risks in lush, overgrown areas. From elevated branches, leopards stalk weakened or young animals that strayed from groups. In 2024 research, leopards reportedly have a 50 to 60% success rate at targeting vulnerable migrating creatures. With agility and raw power, leopards can launch surprise attacks and defeat their prey swiftly. After capture, they haul their meals up trees to prevent theft from scavengers. Despite these dangers, migrating herds press onward towards the promise beyond the river. In approaching the Grumeti, their survival instincts shine. The timing and method of crossing become a matter of life and death. A misstep could lead to disaster, with Nile crocodiles lurking below. During May and June, the Grumeti River is often full from previous heavy rains, but diminishing rainfall results in downstream fluctuations, leading to perilous crossing conditions. Survival rests in numbers, as 1 million wildebeest and 200,000 zebras typically traverse the river together, often in massive groups. The herd leaders scout the riverbed for safe paths, transforming their unity into a shield against threats. This approach also introduces confusion, complicating predators' task of selecting a specific target. Amid chaotic currents, the herd's unity becomes their strongest asset, as survival hinges on strategic participation amid danger. Notably, scientists have recorded a common behavior: wildebeest hesitation before crossing the Grumeti. This pause can extend from hours to days as herds gather along the riverbank, assessing the water and crocodile presence. This behavior serves as a crucial survival technique, allowing leaders to identify threats amid fluctuating depths. Such moments cultivate suspense, illustrating that the fine line between life and danger is always present. This behavior helps optimize conditions for herd leaders, giving them a chance to scout for possible threats or hazards associated with the river crossing. It's more than a migration. It's an ongoing battle against nature, where instincts refined over centuries dictate survival. In June, the African savanna becomes lively as the migration continues. A new phase unfolds, the mating season. Tension engulfs the herds as males vie for dominance, creating dramatic encounters across vast grasslands. Roar of rivalry and the thundering of galloping hooves resonate throughout the landscape. The survival struggle intensifies as predators seize opportunities for easier meals. During this time, herds splinter, scattering into smaller groups searching for fresh grass. Two primary routes emerge. One moves west, crossing the Grumeti River towards Grumeti Reserve, while others journey northward through Savannah, nearing the Lobo region and the Loita border. June to July introduces a notable climatic shift. Rainfall decreases significantly. Reports from the Tanzania Meteorological Authority show average monthly precipitation shrinks to a mere 0.8 to 2 inches. Limited short rains still appear, but the dwindling moisture suggests the approaching dry season. Rising temperatures cause grass to wither, prompting the animals to fight for endurance. From June to July, the rut season takes center stage. Wildebeest and zebras surge across parched plains, yet now the competition for mates dominates the landscape. Males engage in fierce confrontations while defending their territories, driven by the pressure of available females amid scarce resources. Blue wildebeest, as the largest population within the Great Migration, play a pivotal role. In June, male noises fill the northern Serengeti and western corridors, where battles for mating rights erupt. Dominant males select fertile grasslands as temporary territories, displaying their strength through headbutts and high-speed pursuits. Successful defenders gain higher chances of mating with several females, ensuring breeding continuity. When rainfall declines, grass availability diminishes. Males must wander, searching for fresh pastures, destabilizing their territories. In years marked by low rainfall, the ability to hold territories lessens while breeding opportunities decrease amid the dry Serengeti. Unlike blue wildebeest, zebras establish complex harems led by a dominant male. A harem, consisting of one male, several females, and their offspring, can persist for months or even years. During mating season, from June to July, these harems merge into larger herds of hundreds, moving northward to the northern Serengeti and western corridor. Males fiercely protect their harems, signaling intruders by rubbing against rivals. If no retreat occurs, fierce battles may ensue, lasting hours, a contest of strength as males wrestle by biting necks or legs. Victors gain rights to breed, ensuring genetic resilience for future generations. In tandem, different species coordination, especially zebras with their striking colors, causes visual confusion, making it significantly harder for predators to target individuals. As herds move as one, lion and cheetah hunting success declines radically, leading to better survival prospects as prey remain shielded by droves of fellow animals. Even smaller gazelles benefit when integrating with larger drives. However, as food and water diminish toward the end of the rainy season, herds fragment into splinter sections, hunting for essentials. This dispersal offers predators ample opportunities to pounce, mainly targeting the weak or young when herds scatter. In the western corridor, lions take advantage of migrating animals' disarray, hunting the fatigued and weakened during mating season. Dominant males often tire from territory defense, turning them into easy prey. Lion prides near the Grumeti River strategically utilize complex terrains to ambush smaller herds crossing the river. This mating season emerges as a prime hunting ground for lions. Herd dispersal and internal conflicts divert their focus, rendering them less vigilant. Hyenas are skillful hunters and opportunistic scavengers, often seizing prey discarded by others. Unlike their larger cat counterparts, they hunt in coordinated packs, wearing down targets through prolonged pursuits. From August to October, the Kagatend region in northern Serengeti and Masai Mara becomes a hotspot amid the Great Migration. Millions of wildebeest, zebras, and gazelles move northward, having crossed the arid Serengeti, now facing the formidable Mara River. Daily crossings occur, presenting intense challenges. This marks the most dangerous segment of their journey. The lush Masai Mara lies just across the river, only 580 square miles, yet brimming with fresh grass after rainfall. To access it, herds must navigate the river, confronting lurking dangers. With swiftly flowing water stretching for miles, colossal Nile crocodiles await beneath murky depths, eager for their annual bounty as the herds approach. As the migrating herds near, the water levels can fluctuate unexpectedly, presenting immense dangers during crossing. In 2024, the Tanzania Wildlife Research Institute reported that heavy rainfall years lead to dramatic shifts in Mara River levels. Sudden rises result in flash floods that peril migrating animals. In contrast, years with low rain lower water levels, easing crossings. However, this increase in crocodile activity heightens attack risks as smaller herds swiftly transition through shallow waters. Choices regarding crossing times become critical to survival, inherently influencing herd safety. The Masai Mara is famed for housing the Big Five: lions, leopards, elephants, buffaloes, and rhinoceroses. Initially, this term referred to hunters' most challenging targets, but today symbolizes ecotourism significance. Lions stand central on the Big Five list, fulfilling crucial roles in the Masai Mara ecosystem. As apex predators, they typically organize in prides, like the renowned marsh pride, which takes advantage of migrating wildebeest and zebras. Large prey, including wildebeest, buffalo, and zebra, comprises their target, though smaller games are fair game. Aside from predation, lions help control herbivore populations. With rising lion numbers, wildebeest and buffalo populations diminish, averting overgrazing and assisting in sustaining ecological balance in the Mara. Rhinos represent one of the rarest and most endangered species. Both black and white rhinos inhabit the Mara, with black rhinos being more commonplace, though populations are critically low. In 2023, the Kenya Wildlife Service stated only 30 to 40 black rhinos remain in the Masai Mara, despite conservation efforts and anti-poaching initiatives. The Great Migration enters its final chapter, returning the Serengeti plains to their role as the endpoint of this long and arduous passage. The end of the year signifies a tough journey home, yet it also instills hope as the rains revive the Serengeti. The struggle for survival among migrating herds remains fierce, but through unity, vigilance, and strategic defense tactics, they prevail against constant threats that haunt the unforgiving savanna. The savanna ecosystem steadily declines with each blade of grass lost during dry spells. Should immediate protective measures go unaddressed, this incredible survival trek could be permanently impaired in upcoming years. Collaborative efforts involving international organizations, local government agencies, and non-profits target these growing challenges. Enlarging protected reserves and ecological corridors stands out as a vital strategy for shielding the migration. The Serengeti and Masai Mara hold vast protected zones, yet connectivity expansion between regions is crucial. A significant initiative is the Serengeti's Western Corridor. Reports from the Tanzania Wildlife Research Institute in 2023 spotlight the Tanzanian government's efforts to broaden this area to secure herds crossing the Grumeti and Mara rivers from fragmentation and human-wildlife conflicts. The Serengeti Research Institute reported 2024 measures constraining vehicle numbers in conservation zones, aiming to lessen disturbances impacting migrating animals' real-time behaviors. Promoting ecotourism has gained traction, encouraging resorts to adopt sustainable practices, such as minimizing plastic waste and utilizing renewable resources. Vegetation restoration and optimized water management, particularly around rivers like the Grumeti and Mara, ensure viable habitats for migratory animals. Data from the Serengeti Ecosystem Management Project indicates that, in 2023, 5,000 hectares of land were rejuvenated, offering ample nutrition to herds on the move. Further, environmental education initiatives backed by organizations like the African Wildlife Foundation raise awareness and diminish pressures from poaching. Local communities increasingly engage in ecotourism opportunities, aiding their economic welfare and promoting sustainable practices. The Northern Tanzania Rangelands Initiative, NTRI, demonstrates successful collaborations to preserve vital ecological corridors along migration paths for wildebeests and other species moving from Serengeti to Masai Mara. Such conservation endeavors remind us of the shared responsibility to safeguard this great migration and its ecosystems. Every individual plays a role. By supporting reputable conservation organizations, people contribute directly to efforts protecting wildebeests, zebras, and gazelles. Choosing eco-conscious travel companies adhering to conservation protocols can positively influence the situation, including using renewable energy and reducing plastic waste. Upholding conservation guidelines ensures wildlife remain untroubled. Visitors can also aid community-driven conservation schemes by purchasing locally crafted goods or utilizing Maasai services.